Hey there, good morning. Sorry I'm a little late this morning. It just took me a minute to get going, but here we are. We are in the month of Guanyin in the temple, and we're working with the 33 forms of Guanyin. And last week we had Guanyin with the willow branch, Guanyin riding a dragon, Guanyin holding a sutra, and Guanyin with a halo. This week we're going into the next ones. And today we're going to do three. We're going to look at Guanyin on the mountain, white robed Guanyin, and Guanyin of the lotus throne. So let's go ahead and dive in. So Guanyin on the mountain, her role, the traditional depiction would be Guanyin perched up on a mountain, is that she guides us when we lose our way. So all of us have those times in our lives when we feel like we've lost our way. Things are hard. We don't know what to do. We might have a big decision to make. Hi, good morning, Kat. Good morning, Marvell. Nice to see you. And hi there, YouTube. Um, so as we are navigating through, murky or treacherous times in our lives, circumstances and situations that are not favorable, or where we feel confused, where we feel like we don't have the support we need to make a decision, or just when things are really dark in our lives and just really shadowed, we all go through those times. At those times, we call out to Guanyin on the mountain because she's like a beacon. She stands at the top of the mountain guiding our way. And then the next one, white robed Guanyin. White robed Guanyin is the mother of enlightenment. So when we see her depicted in gleaming white robes, it typically means that she's broken through the obscurations of this physical world. She is a bodhisattva, after all. She understands worldly things, but she also has attained enlightenment. So Guanyin in white robes is Guanyin at the moment of enlightenment. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you here. So when she's in that moment of becoming enlightened, her robes turn white. It's the symbol of clarity, not necessarily like of being in the light or anything like that, but it's really about clarity. It's about seeing the truth for what it is, no obscurations. And then our third Guanyin today, because I do want to make sure we get through all of them this month, and I haven't been able to be on as often, is Guanyin sitting on a lotus throne. And when we see Guanyin sitting in her meditative posture on a lotus throne, sitting on a lotus cushion, it is the symbol of noble behavior. So when she's enthroned, it's not that she's enthroned because she's ruling above anyone. It's that she's enthroned by her own noble behavior, her own integrity. And this is a lesson for each of us that our integrity is our platform. It is our throne. It is what we stand on, or in this case, sit on, that carries us forward in the world. And that is the stable foundation or basis for our practice. So the three Guanyins today. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Hi, Nadia. Nice to see you. The three Guanyins of today are Guanyin on the mountain, who guides us through the darkness, guides us through murky times and shadowed spaces. White robed Guanyin, who holds for our enlightenment and who shows us that enlightenment is possible because she has done it. And Guanyin on the lotus throne, the dignified one, the noble one, the one of integrity. So those are our three forms for today. And then our divination. So we're using the Guanyin Oracle by Alana Fairchild with art by Zheng Hao. And let's see what our card is for today. And today's card is the Ivory Swan Goddess. Hi, Leslie. Thanks, my Dunsmuir hoodie. It's really, hi, Bonnie. Hi, Leslie. It's really cold and rainy here today, like super, super wet outside. And after this, I have to go to the chiropractor, so I wanted to be cozy. All right, Ivory Swan Goddess Guan Yin. And you too could be the proud owner of a Dunsmuir hoodie if you want, if you go to the Dunsmuir supermarket. Okay. The Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades. Release any guilt, shame, or judgment, or the fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may realize your beauty, so that you may be more of yourself and shine your divine essence into the world. Don't cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light in all of its radiance. You may find it easier to believe in the illusions of unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. But just like the beauty, purity, and grace of the Ivory Swan Goddess, your own soul is luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You're being asked to recognize the divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditional self acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure, to be present to the pure light within. Don't ignore it, don't downplay it, don't worry that it's not enough. No matter what has happened in your life or what experiences or choices you have made, your soul light is as pure as the divine source itself, because essentially that's what it is. There is no need for spiritual shame or feelings of inadequacy. The light is within all of us, exactly the same. We're just in different stages of realizing it. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Hi there, Vanessa, Linny. Hi. So, this is a really powerful divination, the Ivory Swan Goddess, because it speaks to the fact that I think something probably many of us do, even inadvertently. Many of us probably from time to time sink into feelings of unworthiness or into feelings of self judgment. In fact, we might start to sink so far into those feelings of unworthiness that we don't recognize it when others are pointing out that we're helping them or that we are loved or that we are cared for. It can be hard to kind of penetrate the hard turtle shell of our own thoughts. Instead, we want to lay our sense of self on a bed of swan feathers, the gentleness, the gracefulness, the beauty, the protectiveness. You know, the swan is a very protective animal. It's quite territorial. It defends its loved ones, it defends its young. So, amidst the purity and the grace and the beauty, there is also that fierce protection. And we have to remember that in this life, our goodness protects us. The love that we have protects us. Our ancestors' love protects us. The love that we have for beauty protects us. By continually coming back to the commitment again and again and again to caring for ourselves and uplifting the best parts of ourselves, bringing the best parts of ourselves forward, that's how we prove it to ourselves that we're worthy of the love and protection and care that we have in our lives. We don't actually need proof, but sometimes we need proof. We might feel that we need proof. So today, whenever you find yourself tangled in the snare of self-doubt or of self-loathing, self-judgment, instead, let's all turn to Guanyin of the white robes, Guanyin of enlightenment, and ask her to please help uplift our view of ourselves, to restore our vision of ourselves to the essential integrity, purity, and beauty that we are, so that we won't sit there continuously in a loop of self judgment or self doubt or self abnegation. Oh, my screen. It just put a thumbs down on my screen because I was moving my hands. This is like new in the world of technology. Has anyone else noticed this? All of a sudden, all of my social media starts to like respond to me if I do this or if I do this or I make a hand gesture. So weird new world. So go ahead and take that part of yourself that's always doubting, that's always shaming you, that's always putting you down, that's always questioning you, and say to yourself, hey, I'm going to surround you in the white feathers of the swan goddess. I'm going to place you at the feet of white robed Guanyin of enlightenment. And then I'm going to relax because I don't need to have self judgment be the goad behind me, pushing me forward. I'd much rather sit in peace and equanimity and attract that which is mine in this life. That's our short bit for today, if that's what you were here for. And now we're going to dive into Guanyin practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Gurube. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And we are holding Pippa, who is recovering. We're holding Raquel, who is in the midst of a medical process. We are holding Kathy, whose Aunt Terry passed. And we're also holding a little rescued kitten that Jess, priestess in our temple in training, has rescued and who's got a kind of a long shot. So hoping that all of our energies today go where they're most needed and most beneficial. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahong. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I Oh, I had a hiccup. Let's try again. Let's see if I have it here so that I don't have to worry. Okay. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions from beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain in samsaric existence. Wait, please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. And now let's get started with 108 recitations of Namo Guanxin Pusa, calling out to Guanyin, asking her to please come and to wrap us in her white robes of enlightenment, to help us see that there's something bigger beyond whatever kind of negative or self doubting or self shaming that we might carry in our lives. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa. Oh, it comes up so fast. I'm having a really awkward practice today. Sorry. I guess that's why they call it practice, because you're still working on getting it perfect. Our prayer for the Mani Reciter of Calm by Gyaltse Tokme Zangpo. Lama Dankun Chuksum Lakchaksa Lo Dakni Changchuk Nimpor Chike Bar Gangdang Gangdu Ke Pa De Dang Der Tadu Tuje Champo Jitsin Shing Kusum Gewe Chila Chaparsho Jamdang Ningje Champo Kunlang Ne Tuje Champo Duljarger Panam Lame Changchuk Cholago Pechir Tuje Champo Trinleje Parsho. Homage to the Guru and Three Jewels, wherever I may be reborn. In that place, may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Inspired by loving kindness and great compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening, may I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama dang kun sum lak chak salo, dakni chang chut ni por chi ke bar, gang du ke pa de dang der, ta du tu je champo chat sin shing, kusum ge wei chila chapar sho, jam dang ning je champo kun lang ne, tu je champo dul jar ge pa nam, la me chang chup chala go pe cheer, tu je champo chun le je par sho. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out our energies to those in need. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Wishing everyone a really great day. I will be off tomorrow and Thursday, but I'll be back on Wednesday. And Ava, thank you so much for being here and happy birthday this week. I love you so much. And Ideen and Shelby, hi. And I hope everybody has a really good day. I'll be back Wednesday. Bye now.